madam?
That I've just been chasing your late husband up and down the corridor, and your late husband was doing at least 20 miles per hour.
It's a miracle.
Don't give me that.
Sergeant, really? Chasing an old man like that? I mean, you could have given him a heart attack.
Oh, he survived those all right.
You're not married, Jesus. Leslie, are you?
Mother, will you please wait downstairs?
Yeah, and take your grandson with you.
Mrs. Bonny, I think it's marvellous that you haven't let the news of Leslie here upset you.
Well, I was a bit surprised at first.
The only person we got to break it real gently to is Dr. Bonny's wife.
Oh, man.
It's all right, Gran. My mom explained that my father was a married man.
Dr. Bonny!
Which of you lads going to tell me the end of this fairy tale?
I don't know at this stage what I'm in company of.
Introduce me to your wife's better, Dad.
There's no need for me to introduce you to my wife.
Hubert!
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Why not?
Because they're divorced.
It was a quickie.
Good God!
I should have not called him speeding his Irish for nothing.
Great. This is not me from seeing you and Gran every day. Has this been the best day of your life, Dad?
Well, Sergeant, since none of this involves my wife, I think she'd love to go home.
Your wife can go home, Dr. Mortimer, when I've had the answers to a few questions. Like why Matron Pathological had a 6-inch syringe stuck in her backside, and why ear, nose and throat and surgical, having suffered similar injections, seem to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Why Dr. Bonny has a wife he knows nothing about, a mistress he calls Miss Tate, Mrs. Tate, and this is Leslie. And her mother he calls Pussy Gilgore. Private doctors in this place can make some patients rise and nasally from the dead. And other times they don't know if the patient is DOA, COD, or been hit by number 34 BOS. Why there seems to be some permanent pantomime rehearsal running the current at some bleached tea party. And Leslie seems to cover all forms of life, from unbalanced punks to neurotic dogs. And why, if you have the name of Leslie or Tate, all your relatives have suffered fatal climate accidents in Himalayas. And why, if you have those aforementioned names of Leslie or Tate, you don't seem to know who your mother or father is, and why I'm beginning to think that you're all a bunch of baskets.
What was that first question?
Is it safe to come up? Yes. Nice to see you again, Sergeant.
Rosemary, I think the time has come to tell you the truth.
Dr. Mortimer, we know the truth about Leslie.
Look, we can't keep it up any longer.
David, what is it?
Rosemary, you better prepare yourself for a shock. The father of this young boy is...
Hey, open this door!
One moment, Sergeant, it's stuck! This boy's father is...
Yes.
He's the greatest. That's who my dad is.
This boy's father is me.
You! What's going on out there?
One moment, Sergeant! Yes, mine.
When you say yours,
Mine and Nurse Tate's.
when you say yours and Nurse Tate's,
Look, don't blame her. I was young, handsome, and virile.
are you right?
I'm telling you, she couldn't keep her hands off me.
But you could.
Open this door immediately.
One moment, Sergeant.
What are you trying to pull?
Pull.
My mum wouldn't have a found a priest, not even here in Galway.
It was 19 years ago.
Even when you were a curate, you wouldn't have fallen there. Dr. Bonny's my dad, isn't he, Mom?
Oh, now Leslie, darling.
He's good and kind and sensitive and thoughtful and lovable and generous, and he's a hero. You're a pompous twit.
A pompous twist.
I don't even look like that.
Well, thank God for that.
I'm my dad.
Well, I wish I wasn't, but I bloody well am.
Open this door!
tantrums.
I have.
Oh, Leslie. Tell me he's right. I found my dad. Dr. Bunny.
Yes, of course it's me. Yes, we may as well stick to the truth. Yes, thanks very much, David. Look, there's no need for you to be taking on my responsibilities.
Isn't there?
No.
I knew it.
So did I.
My dad doesn't tell lies, do you, Dad?
Certainly not. Now, I appreciate what you're trying to do, David, but I assure you I can cope, and I'm very happy with the situation as it is.
Well, if you're happy, Dr. Bunny,
Yes.
and if Nurse Taylor's happy.
Oh, she is.
And I'm happy.
Now, wasn't that a very unselfish gesture on your behalf?
Yes, quite unlike you, David.
Well, you know, Hubert's a good old friend of mine. You know, I just thought I'd try and help him out.
We don't need the priest money, do we?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, well, now, a small contribution wouldn't go amiss.
If you don't open this door, I'm going to break it down.
We're discussing maintenance.
I suppose I can't see why I shouldn't be some sort of uncle to the boy.
Well, that's settled in so. Thanks very much. Right, it's down to the police station now, and back to our place for a nice cup of tea. Mother?
Grace.
Oh, I'll make a nice cup of tea.
Come on, Grant.
After you, Mrs. Bonny.
It's not a proposal.
Well, I may have missed out 19 years ago, but I'm not going to make the same mistake again.
I think you've got some explaining to do, your priestess.
Sure, look, let's go and mingle with the delegates first.
David! Those boys' eyes are brown.
And so what?
Hubert's are blue. So are Nurse Tate's. Impossible to have a baby with brown eyes.
Sure, I think there's medical exceptions.
And that boy's wide mouth.
Well, I don't think I know.
And he's so flippin' good looking.
Do you think so? No, he wasn't really, was he?
It's reassuring to know that you were human once.
Once?
You've become so stodgy lately.
Stodgy, me?
You were much less dreary when you used to have the odd affair or two.
Rosemary, it's an awful thing to say.
Mind you, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that you go back to your old days in the sluice room.
Rosemary!
Do you know, a little more activity at home. Do us both the power of good. Now, let's go and mingle with the delegates.
I've been a very lucky man, Rosemary.
And I've been a very lucky woman, Danny.
No.
Yes. What do you think Dr. Bonny and I were up to all those evenings you were rolling around the sluice room?